This is Grandpa Henry and Grandma Manuelita, my parents. My dad was a very likable man. Everybody liked him. He had his jokes, he had his singing, and he was a poet, but he didn't know it. He was very good with the German people around here in Windsor. I think they all could hear him a block away when he was talking. He loved his grandchildren very much. Every time I visited him, he'd come home with a bag of candy, give it to the kids, and they were all happy. They still remember him. They still have a lot of memories about his sons. And everything he did for them, they appreciated, and they love him, and they still love him after death. And this is my mother. I already said she was my mother. Anyway, she was a kind woman, very working woman, and very strict. She had us all lined up in order. She was very strict with her orders. I think she was the strict one, not my dad, because my dad was very easygoing. But she was very very likable, real clean, hard-working woman. She'd leave in these shacks that they were really messed up, but in a while she would paper them, and they looked so nice. And she had this table with a tablecloth and curtains, and she would say to me, as long as your floor and your curtains are up and your tablecloth on the table, you look very clean. And she loved her grandchildren a lot. She always had something nice to say about them. She was just a perfect mother. My mother also had a healing hand, because when somebody was sick, they'd call her and she'd go and treated them, and they would get well, especially babies. One time she was in Colorado Springs, and they got to this people's house, and the baby was dying. The doctor had said, he's going to die. In the morning, he'll be dead. Well, the people there didn't want to lose the baby, so they asked her to see if she could do something for the baby. She got the baby and massaged his body, his little folds, and gave him her medicine that she always gives, and put him to bed. And she said, just let him sweat it out. Let him go to sleep, and he'll be well when he gets up. Well, sure enough, after a few hours of sleeping, the baby woke up. He had done his BM all over, but he got well. After that, the people were so appreciative of that they sent my mother a birthday